1 year ago, I was 132 kilos, tired, unmotivated, and honestly stuck. Fast forward today, I've lost 40 kilos and I feel like a completely different person. In this video, I'll show you exactly what I did to get here. No fancy diets, no gym memberships, just real changes that actually worked for me. And if you're on your own journey, hit subscribe and drop a comment. I'd love to hear your story too. It all started back when the pandemic hit. For most of my life, I'd been a pretty fit guy. I went out, stayed active, felt good about how I looked, but during lockdowns, everything changed. I started ordering Zinger boxes like they were my daily vitamins. I'm not even kidding. It got bad. I was depressed, stuck inside, and food became my only comfort. And one day I stepped on the scale, and my stomach just dropped. I used to see a fit, happy guy in the mirror, but now I couldn't even look at myself. Surprisingly, that still wasn't my turning point. I spent another 4.5 years like that, accepting it as my identity. I stopped chasing that productive dopamine and started chasing pleasure purely through food and an unhealthy lifestyle. It got so bad that I'd start limping just walking around the corner of my street. One day, I remembered hearing that exercise could help boost dopamine. So I thought, what if I just try the 10,000 steps? Just one day, and see if it makes any difference. My initial logic was simple. If I replaced eating with walking, I'd lose weight. So I started walking what was, at the time, a pretty impressive distance for me. Within just 3 days of hitting 10,000 steps, something unexpected happened. The one thing that had kept me shackled for years. My cravings. They started to fade. I used to lay in bed at night feeling like I was starving if I didn't order food, even after eating way over my recommended calories for the day. It was a true addiction. But as I pushed through the leg and foot pain, the cravings slowly disappeared, and suddenly, staying in a calorie deficit felt easy for the first time in years. If you're watching this and you've started and failed over and over again and you feel hopeless, just know that I have been there too. I've tried more times than I can count, and every time the cravings would eventually win. So when I finally found something as simple as mild exercise that actually helped me fight them, it felt monumental, like I had finally found a way to tackle the demons that had controlled my life for years. Once I got to the point where I no longer felt like I had to completely stuff my face, the weight was dropping quickly, and I mean really quickly. I remember waking up and weighing myself every day, seeing it go down 132, 129, 126, 123, 120. It was making me ridiculously happy. After struggling with my weight for so long, finally seeing real progress felt incredible. But that progress can turn into obsession if you aren't careful. Because eventually, the weight slows down. You're no longer getting that fix from seeing the number drop on the scale. Some days it's higher and some days it's lower, and you swear you're doing everything right. Through a lot of trial and error, I can tell you, do not trust that scale. Trust yourself and your consistency. The weight will drop. Human bodies are weird. They don't always show progress right away, but that doesn't mean it's not happening. Once you get past that hurdle, when exercise and a calorie deficit no longer feel impossible, it becomes a battle with your mind. And if you're exercising, dopamine is on your side. I'm still on this journey. I want to get in better shape, but I still overeat sometimes. It's only human. I try to run and walk often and not overeat every day, because being who you want to be comes down to the lifestyle you choose to live. So ask yourself, who do you want to be? I didn't want to feel ashamed looking in the mirror anymore. I didn't want to struggle just walking around my street. I want to be disciplined, hardworking, a record breaker. And by envisioning who you want to be every day and making the choices that person would make, I can almost promise you, you will get there.